How to fall asleep in 3 minutes. Imagine you had an exhausting day. Upon arriving home, you carry out your nighttime rituals, brushing your teeth, slipping into your favorite pajamas, and snuggling comfortably into bed. You turn off the lights, hoping for a peaceful sleep, but nothing. And it's not a relaxing nothing. It's more like, how was I so tired and now I'm 100% awake? You try squeezing your eyes shut, adjusting your position, thinking maybe that's the issue, but it doesn't help. As the clock keeps ticking, the only thing growing is your concern about how your next day will be since you're not getting any sleep. You recall the times during school or work when dozing off seemed so easy. Now, alone with your thoughts in the silence of the night, all you wish for is to quiet your mind and moody that ticking clock. And suddenly, you realize, has it already been 3 hours? Why was it once so much easier to fall asleep? The mysteries of the night, and all you wanted was some rest. If you relate to this situation, this video was made for you. We've decided to gather the best tips and methods to help you fall asleep within minutes. And you know what's even cooler? Besides showing you what to do before hitting the hay to ensure a serene sleep, we're also going to share a super effective technique used by the US Navy. This method promises to get you asleep in just 3 minutes, even if you're tossing and turning. So, if you've spent hours just staring at the ceiling, this video is the solution you've been looking for. Get ready to learn how to sleep quickly. So, let's start with 8 things you should do before going to bed. 8. Take a warm bath before bed. You might think that getting all toasty is the secret to falling asleep, but it's the opposite. When we expose ourselves to a very warm environment, our body tries to shed that excess heat. Therefore, it sends more blood to the skin's surface, which can leave us with rosy cheeks. Once we step out of that warm setting, our body's heat dissipates into the surrounding air, causing our internal temperature to drop. This is when our body and mind begin to recognize that it's time to relax and sleep. So, if you want to sleep better, balance your room's temperature. Not too hot, not too cold. That's the secret to a peaceful night's sleep. And remember, when you feel that warmth followed by a cool sensation, know that your body is signaling that it's ready to rest. 7. Minimize or avoid caffeine and nicotine. Many people aren't aware, but coffee, sodas, certain types of teas, and even chocolate can take up to 8 hours to fully leave our system. And guess what? Nicotine, found in cigarettes, is also a stimulant. So if you're aiming for a good night's sleep, it's best not to consume these things close to bedtime. There's another point to consider: eating a lot before sleeping isn't a great idea either. While some research suggests it's good to avoid high-carbohydrate foods for better sleep, the key is not to go to bed either very hungry or overly full. It might sound basic, but these small changes can make a world of difference in ensuring a more peaceful and rejuvenating sleep. After all, our body needs to be in balance to rest well, so it's worth keeping an eye on what you eat and drink in the hours leading up to rest. 6. Sleep in a cooler environment. The temperature of the place where you sleep, especially around your head and body, is a super important factor that many people overlook. It heavily influences how you'll fall asleep and the quality of that sleep. Have you ever noticed that when you're feeling too warm, whether because of heavy blankets, warm pajamas, or just a stuffy room, it's harder to sleep soundly? That's because heat can disrupt important sleep stages. Furthermore, for sleep to commence, your body needs to cool down slightly. It might sound surprising, but the ideal room temperature is around 65 degrees Celsius, 18.3 degrees CC. Oh, and if you're thinking that extreme cold could be the solution, think again. While an overly cold room doesn't interfere as much as a warm one, balance is the key to perfect sleep. So, adjust your environment and sleep like an angel. 5. Put the clock away. You know that habit of waking up in the middle of the night and checking the time to see how much longer you have until the alarm goes off? Well, that doesn't help at all. In fact, constantly checking the clock only heightens your worry about the remaining time you must sleep. And believe it or not, this isn't good for your sleep quality. Indeed, watching the time and calculating how much longer you can sleep can induce stress and restlessness, making it even harder to fall back asleep. So if you wake up during the night, try to relax and resist the urge to check the clock. Focus on resting, not on how much time is left before the day starts. Your mind and body will thank you, and you'll enjoy a much more peaceful and restorative sleep. Concentrating on the present moment of rest is the secret to more tranquil nights. 4. Ensure you're truly relaxing before sleep. If you try to fall asleep while you're highly agitated or with a racing mind, it'll be tough to unwind since your brain will still be in active mode. You know that feeling when you lie down, but your head keeps racing with 1,000 thoughts. Exactly. So, a super valuable tip is to engage in a calm activity in the hour leading up to sleep. For instance, reading a book can be the perfect activity to help soothe the mind and prepare it for rest. Establishing this pre-sleep ritual signals to your body and mind that it's time to wind down and relax. It's as if you're telling your brain that the hectic day has come to an end, and now it's a moment of peace. So, invest in this relaxation time and notice the difference it can make in the quality of your sleep. 3. Exercise. When we're physically tired, it's often easier to fall asleep. However, if you decide to work out just 2 or 3 hours before hitting the sack, it might make you more alert and end up disrupting your sleep. Therefore, if possible, it's better to exercise earlier in the day. Oh, and here's another tip. Naps are wonderful. Who doesn't love a little snooze after lunch? But try not to do it after 3 p.m. If you nap too late in the day, you might find it challenging to sleep when nighttime rolls around. So, the trick is to strike a balance. Stay active during the day but not too close to bedtime and indulge in that refreshing nap without dragging it out too late. This way, your night's sleep is set up to be fantastic, and you'll wake up feeling super refreshed the next day. 2. Ensure you're getting sunlight during the day and minimizing light exposure at night. You've probably heard someone say it's not good to be on your phone or computer right before sleeping, right? That's true and solid advice. But there's another equally important tip. If you struggle to fall asleep, try getting natural sunlight for at least 30 minutes every day. It might sound simple, but this sunlight helps our body recognize and maintain a rhythm. It's like you're assisting your body in knowing when to be active and when to start winding down. So, in addition to the tip of avoiding screens before bedtime, make sure to incorporate some daily sunlight exposure into your routine. It could be a walk, sometime on the balcony, or even a break at work. Over time, you'll notice your body getting tired at the right times, and sleep will come more naturally. 1. Listen to relaxing music. There are certain songs that can help soothe the mind, making them an excellent tool to assist us in falling asleep faster. Some people also drift off to specific sounds, such as rain, birds, and nature in general. Falling asleep in 3 minutes. Well, we've given some tips to help you fall asleep more easily, but you're still awake. I bet you've even tried a few of those suggestions, and now you're lying in bed, scrolling through your phone, searching YouTube for ways to fall asleep faster. And then you ended up on this video. I know we said not to use your phone before bed, but that's okay. If it's out of desperation, I get it. And thanks for the extra view. Now seriously, if after all that you're still not asleep, there's a technique rumored to have been used by the Navy that might get you to sleep in just about 3 minutes. I say rumored because we don't have direct access to those studies. But word has it that this technique was taught to airplane pilots. Many made mistakes due to exhaustion from lack of quality sleep. And get this, after 6 weeks of practicing this technique, 96% of them were able to fall asleep in less than 3 minutes, even while sitting up. Here's an effective way to relax and fall asleep. I'll break it down step by step for you. 1. Preparation. Start by finding a quiet and comfortable place to lie down. Take a few deep breaths to help calm yourself. 2. Face. With your eyes closed, think about your face and imagine each part of it, such as your cheeks, tongue, and jaw relaxing. If you find this challenging, scrunch up your face tightly and then release. You can even visualize your eyes sinking, as if they were getting heavier. 3. Body. Shift your focus down your body. Tense and relax your shoulders, arms, forearms, hands, chest, legs, and even your feet. At each stage, imagine a feeling of lightness and relaxation while continuing to breathe deeply. 4. Calm mind. With your body relaxed, the next step is to calm your mind. The idea is to try to empty your thoughts and enter a near meditative state. If memories from the day or random images come to mind, simply observe them and let them drift away. 5. Visualization. Imagine a peaceful and cozy place, such as lying in a hammock on a sunny day, with the blue sky above and a gentle breeze rocking the hammock. 6. Thought control. If your mind is restless, repeat to yourself, "Don't think, don't think, don't think," for about 10 seconds. It might feel strange at first, but with time and practice, it becomes easier. Practicing this technique every night can greatly help you fall asleep quickly. If you don't succeed right away, don't get discouraged. With continuous practice, the process becomes more effective. And remember, if you have more serious sleep issues, it's a good idea to seek specialized help. Let me give you one last invaluable tip that many consider the golden rule for falling asleep quickly. Maintain regular sleeping and waking times. That's right. Even if you have countless tips, this one is the most crucial. Try to go to bed and wake up at the same times, rain or shine, whether it's the weekend or a holiday. I know it might seem challenging, especially on days off when all we want to do is stay in bed, but our bodies love routines. When we establish this habit, our body begins to understand and adjust, operating almost automatically, as if it's programmed. And one important thing. If you happen to be in bed and realize sleep isn't coming, don't toss and turn, all right? Spending too much time in bed without sleeping can make you anxious, and that just makes things worse. The best thing to do is get up, perhaps have a glass of water, read a book, or do something calm. When you feel sleepiness creeping in, then return to bed and relax. Doing this, over time, will significantly improve your sleep. Share this video with someone who always complains about sleeping poorly. I'm sure you'll be helping them out. See you in the next video.